What are some of my fellow virgins? Today we about to react to the fighting business, the truth behind Sean Strickland's rise in popularity. I think we all know why my man Sean Strickland is popular, but let's just see what the fighting business has to say about this.
It's just another fight on the main card. No gold or contendership involved, but there is a palpable buzz in the arena, and the folks around you are amped up, screaming and shadow boxing and shit. Then that one guy appears on screen and the crowd comes unglued. From the moment he starts his walk, fans are behind him, chanting his name, booing the shit out of his opponent. And this continues until he returns to the back. Win or lose, still a hero to the masses. That's not just a title holder, not only a contender, not even just a box office megastar. That right there is the people's
champ. I was about to say it, but
champion.
Let's go.
Being called a people's champion in a sport where, let's admit it, fans are fickle as hell, is a badge of honor. You don't get it by becoming a title holder and defending the title 10 times, or by talking an obscene amount of trash, or by selling out arenas across the world. All that is nice, but fans decide who is the torchbearer, and surprisingly, considering the community and how divided we are, a people's champ is unanimously loved across the MMA world, from here and all the way to TikTok. In most cases, it begins when a hard luck underdog grabs a microphone and speaks from the soul.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but only one thing is true. I will be champion one day, I promise.
Tony Ferguson, currently on a 7-fight losing streak, still walks out to a thunderous round of applause because, let me remind you, a couple of years ago, Ferguson was the guy carrying the lightweight division on his back.
If this was a scary movie, Tony Ferguson would be that guy.
He's El Cucuy.
Yeah.
While Conor was boxing Floyd and Khabib was on the sidelines. No matter what Tony did, it just wasn't good enough in the eyes of the company, and the guy kept bleeding and bleeding, sacrificing and self-destructing for our entertainment.
Nobody's like that. Nobody's doing what I'm doing. I'm just cool. And it's an honor to be able to have seen from Fuel TV to Spike, like to, what the fuck was that, Fox, to ESPN to Disney.
And at some point, he did it, and the adulation will remain till the end of his career, no matter how miserable it gets. And then there is Francis Ngannou. In the lead up to his first title opportunity, Dana White was hyping him up as the next Mike Tyson, punches measured and Ford escorts, but following his loss to Stipe, Francis lost the admiration from Dana, and he and the company were never able to see eye to eye again. Eventually, after a tense few years of negotiations, the lineal heavyweight champion vacated his belt and moved on from the UFC.
So what was the holdup with the UFC? Like, what led you to not sign?
There was a lot of frustration over the years. I think since my fight against Stipe, my first fight against Stipe, my relation with him has never been the same.
His reception was mixed, but by the time he met Tyson Fury in the cage, the MMA world was behind him, and considering his history and what he stood for, they always will. There are a few similarities between Francis Ngannou and Tony Ferguson, both underdogs, both relevant, at the top of the division for years, and both mad entertaining. But the most recent addition to this vaunted list didn't have all that. In fact, he will tell you this himself. He had nothing.
Right now, life is good. I got money, I got a belt, dude, everything is good. But like, you couldn't pay me to go fucking relive my life. Like, if you said, hey, Sean, you want to go hit the restart button? Like, fuck you.
Really?
Fuck no.
For years, Sean Strickland was known as the edgy loudmouth who worked a character.
Oh, this fucking shit. I've never smacked a woman, but you're about to call me
Would you like to learn some Chinese?
meow. I feel like I should already start. How do I say work harder, child?
And while his interviews were insane, not too many people paid attention to it.
But that's Sean. He says weird shit that makes no fucking sense. I mean, what the fuck are you talking? What planet are you on?
But the world took notice when Strickland clowned Adesanya at the UFC 276 pre-fight press conference.
Oh man, I made the champion man with his frosted tips and his gay little watch. No man that beats off the cartoons is gonna beat me. Listen, bro, you're gonna break a nail. Calm down. I'll break your leg.
Suddenly, with the spotlight on him, Strickland realized the platform he was given, and he started talking the truth. Every interview of his was authentic and real, but with losses to both Jared and Alex at 185, he was never in contention for title shots, even after 2 quick W's in early 2023. But the middleweight division has always been chaotic and unsteady, and when the rightful challenger Dricus du Plessis declined a quick turnaround for UFC 293, UFC called upon Sean Strickland as the replacement to face one of the greatest middleweights of all time, Israel Adesanya.
So, I'm fighting in Sydney. I don't give a fuck who. You're out. Strickland, you're in. Let's do the man dance. Show you how to really dance. I title what you guys talking about. I can fight. No, you can't.
The entire card was built around the middleweight title holder, but when the pre-fight press conference went live and Strickland stepped up to the stage, it began.
Hey, you know what? You know what, man? The moment I post a video of me jerking off my fucking dog, they will put some credibility to that.
As expected, Strickland annihilated Adesanya on the microphone, but what we did not expect was the crowd rallying behind the underdog. Each time Izzy picked up the microphone, he was booed, and whatever Strickland said was praised as gospel.
Not only do I represent America, but I represent you guys. I represent you. I always use my platform to talk for you guys.
In the main event of the pay-per-view, Strickland prevailed, writing the perfect ending to this rags to riches saga. But even when he became a title holder, he never stopped being the people's champ. Some expected him to change his ways, mellow out a little, talk with more corporate sense as he was representing the company. But nope.
It's cool, man. I won. I got paid. I got a bonus. I'm a happy guy, you know. Yeah, no, it's good, you guys. It's fun. I love to fight. Like, here's the thing, guys. I was excited because I won, but this fucking belt, you know, means nothing. It means nothing.
Sean Strickland didn't really care about the belt too much. He liked the added bonus and the extra zeros in his bank account, but even with the amplified spotlight on his every action, and the media looking, searching, begging to find a reason.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago.
Strickland remained the voice of the voiceless, as he himself proclaimed.
You are the definition of weakness.
In Australia, he was welcomed as a hero, and Canada was no different, with the crowd firmly behind him. Strickland also promised us war and blood.
You guys are awesome, and I cannot wait. And this man to go to war for you guys.
And he delivered, going punch for punch with possibly the strongest middleweight in the division. It was competitive, razor close, but in the end, Drickus got his hands raised and crowned the new 185-pound king. Sean Strickland has lost the belt, but like I said, he really doesn't give a shit. And he will tell you that during the next press conference right in front of Dana White himself. Now that is a champion of the people. These guys are few and far in between. This is an entirely different concept of popularity and worldwide recognition. Corporate superstars represents the company, but a superstar of the people represents them. And maybe it's just something that resonates with the masses. You, me, the other guy watching this video, all of us, something we all relate to. Sacrifice, audacity, and authenticity. At some point, we all have to respect it, and that's when this community comes together and a new champion is crowned on these YouTube comments. But hey, he's our guy, and he will remain one for the rest of his career.
You know what? Listen, let me tell y'all some shit real quick. This is going to happen. I'm going to predict the future real quick. Izzy might return. If Izzy do not return, Alex Pereira is going to go down a weight class to get the belt. But me personally, I think Strickland they're going to give him another fight and he's going to win. And they're going to try to give him another fight and he's going to win. He's just going to win and he's going to get the belt back regardless. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm just being patient right now.